Do you have a moment, Marcella?
Yeah? What's the matter? You must be already on your way home on the train if you're texting me.
Yep, I just got on the train earlier.
Must have been a hard day of work.
I thought I should tell you before I got home.
What is it?
I'm changing offices. The company told me that they were moving me to a different branch.
What? Where are they moving you?
To California.
Oh, California's where you grew up, right? Is your new office close to your parents' house?
The office is in a different town called S City. It's a bit far away, maybe 40 or 50 minutes by car.
I see. It's not exactly close, I guess. But that's a 2-hour plane ride from where we live right now. To be honest, this timing is terrible. I just got a job as a full-time employee at the supermarket as well, and the children are making good progress in their soccer club.
Oh, it's alright. I'll just move to California on my own.
What?
I requested the apartment the company is going to rent for me to be of 1L DK or 2 DK size. I'm just waiting for their reply right now. There's not enough space for a family of 4 to live in, you know?
Don't tell me that. Did you already reply to the company saying that you'd go?
Yep, I already formally replied that I would be going.
Hold on just a minute. This isn't something you can just decide on your own without talking to me or your children first.
But didn't you just say how it would be inconvenient for you and the kids to move to California? I guessed as much before you told me, which is why I accepted the relocation offer.
Even if that ended up being the outcome, don't you understand that there's a big difference whether the decision was made just by you or whether it was made after you had consulted the whole family?
It's fine. I'll probably be able to come home once a month, and I won't forget to call and text you guys.
I'm saying that it's not as simple as you're making this sound like.
I'm begging you, Marcella, stop being so selfish.
I'm being selfish?
It was an order given to me by the company. I can't just say no to them because of my own personal reasons, can I?
But didn't they ask you first whether you were willing to go or not? Don't you think it's a little messed up that you said yes without even consulting me or the kids first? I don't understand how complaining about your actions is just me being selfish.
Marcella, it's already been decided. There's no point in you trying to argue anymore. I'm going to be packaging my stuff on the weekend, so why don't you help me then, Marcella?
Tell the children about this yourself, alright?
Huh?
You're the one who decided to go and live on your own. You're also the one who didn't listen to what I had to say. Then at least explain to the children why you're moving away yourself.
Wait, isn't that your responsibility, Marcella?
Explain it to them yourself.
Huh? Fine. Hey, Marcella.
Angelo? It's the first time you contacted me in 3 weeks. I never expected that I would have to wait 3 weeks before you contacted us as soon as you left for work.
Oh yeah, how are you and the kids?
It's the same with us here. The children are happy and are going to school.
I see, I'm glad to hear that. I'm really busy with work these days. I had to work overtime today as well.
Oh, is that so? But didn't you say that you would be visiting us once a month? Can I take that to mean that you'll be visiting us soon? After all, it's already been 3 weeks.
I don't think I can come and visit this month. Not that I don't want to.
Why can't you come?
I'm really busy with work. My boss even scolds me every day.
So you go to work on weekends as well?
What? No, I'm not that busy.
Then aren't you the one who decides how you spend your weekends and what to do on them? Don't tell me you're just too lazy to come, are you?
Of course not. I'm just having trouble adjusting to my new life, which means that the exhaustion accumulates. I kind of want to relax on weekends as well. I want to come home, but I worry that if I overwork my exhausted body by coming home on a weekend, it'll have adverse effects on me when I return to the office. Oh, and I even have to do all the household chores myself now that you're gone. Marcella?
I guess a change in lifestyle is sure to cause some amount of exhaustion.
Right? I'm so glad you understood.
Your mother is doing the household chores for you, right? Hold on. Let's get things in order. You brought your mother with you to California, right? Do you think I didn't know or something?
Wait, how did you know?
Did you forget that I used to work at the very same company you're working at? I quit my job once I got pregnant, but I'm still in contact with some of my former colleagues. The girlfriend of one of my former colleagues went on a business trip and stayed in the same town you are now for 2 weeks. That's when she saw your mother going in and out of your apartment multiple times. It was obvious by how she was acting that she was living with you.
Oh.
What's the meaning of this? Weren't you supposed to move to California on your own because you were relocated?
What, didn't I tell you this already? That I'll be bringing my mother to California with me?
Huh?
My mother got all nervous that I'll be moving away to live on my own. She's been living on her own at my parents' house ever since she divorced my dad, which is why I thought this was a chance to alleviate some of her loneliness.
This is the first time you told me this.
What? I thought I already told you.
Did you bring her to just make her do all the housework for you? Wait, no. That's not the reason.
What?
Your mother doesn't think highly of me, right? Every time I meet her, she insults me. And even now, after we've been married for 13 years, she still tells me to give her back her son. Until now, we've been living a fair distance apart from her, which meant that we only met 1 or 2 times a year. I was able to ignore it if it was just 1 or 2 times a year, but suddenly, the company approached you with an offer to relocate you to California and work at an office less than an hour's drive away from your parents' home. There was no way your mother wouldn't immediately take advantage of this situation. When the offer of relocation was brought up to you, you told your mother about it before you told me, didn't you?
Well, actually,
Your mother's probably the one who recommended you to take the offer of relocation, right?
well, it's no big deal, even if she did. My mother is so happy that she's going to be able to live closer to me than she did before. I think she'll calm down if you give her some more time. Right now, let's just wait and see how she behaves. Forgive her for now, alright?
Fine. Then you need to come home on weekends.
Huh?
You keeping your promise to come home at least once a month is my condition in allowing this free living situation to continue.
Fine, I accept. Hey Marcella, if I told you that I will be moving to my parents' house, would you get mad?
Huh?
I'm kidding! It's just a joke! Bye then!
Hey, Angelo, do you realize that it's been exactly 3 years since you moved to California without us?
Huh? Oh, it's already been that long?
You only kept your promise in coming to visit us every month for the first 3 months.
It's not my fault. Balancing my personal life and my work life is really difficult.
I'm impressed at how can you just say such things with utter confidence. Don't you have plenty of time to make out with the woman you're cheating on me with? Did you think I didn't know? There was no sign of you coming to visit us, and there was this period when you kept telling me nonsense. Which is when I got suspicious and did some digging. You now live at your parents' house and you go to work from there, right? On top of that, you're even living with this other woman, right? And apparently this woman is someone your mother introduced you to as a candidate for your second wife.
Shit. You know that much already?
I have no intention of forgiving you for cheating on me, and I'm not going to forgive your mother, the cause of all this as well. We need to get divorced.
What, divorce?
Why are you surprised? The person you are now is someone who betrays his children, agrees with his mother's insane plans without a second thought, and makes out with his new girlfriend that he also happens to live with at his parents' house. I have no need for a husband like that. Please get away from me as soon as possible.
But...
I'm going to take custody of the children, and I'm going to ask you to pay for child support.
What, even the kids?
That's right. The kids are going to be living with me.
But I'm the father. You can't just make decisions on such important matters on your own.
Oh, is that so? Who's the one who suddenly decided to leave his family and move to California 3 years ago again? Not only did you not give our children an explanation that they would be satisfied with, but you barely even contacted or visited us during these past 3 years. Thanks to that, they've gotten quite used to living without a father. Both of them told me recently that they're going to forget Dad's face at this rate.
Hey, don't make them say such things!
I warned them not to say such ominous things. But isn't this a consequence of the situation you made by not coming to visit for so long that your kids are beginning to say such things?
Even if you tell me all that now.
I told you over and over again to come and visit us. It's you yourself who casually ignored all my requests and chose to live with your mother and this other woman instead. I'm not going to let you say that you didn't have me proposing a divorce for you in the future as a possibility in your mind.
But my mom...
It's true that your mother who pushed you to cheat on me is wrong as well. But you're just as guilty as her, for instead of stubbornly rejecting her request, blindly obeyed and started cheating on me.
Marcella! Why don't you bring the kids with you and come live with me at my parents' house?
What?
I'll break up with this other woman I cheated on you with.
You do realize that me and your mother are not exactly on good terms, right? To be honest, I think that one of the reasons she introduced this other woman to you in the first place was to hurt me. I don't want to live with someone like that.
We can just separate the house into 2 living spaces so you won't have to see each other.
I admire your creativity, but I'm saying that I don't want to be anywhere near her, let alone live in the same house. I've already gotten to the stage of hiring a lawyer to take care of the divorce.
A lawyer?
I don't need to mention the alimony I'm going to be asking of you for cheating on me, right? And if I get custody of the children, I'm going to be asking you to pay child support for the both of them.
But have mercy on me. This could all be solved if we just agree to listen to what the other person says and be patient for just a bit, like adults.
You're getting on my nerves. Then should I tell you that I don't want to live with a degenerate that tells her child to cheat on his wife?
What'd you call my mother?
Both me and the children see you as having a mother complex precisely because you make such reactions.
Huh? A mother complex? Me?
It honestly scares me that you made all this mess without ever realizing it. Anyways, we're getting divorced. Please wait for my lawyer to contact you.
Hold on! I'm not finished talking to you! You can't just decide things on your own like this!
That being said and done, I made Angelo pay an alimony just like I said I would. Thankfully, I was able to gain custody of the children too, so I made him pay child support for the 2 of them as well. Also, I found out a bit more about Angelo's situation after everything had been done, but apparently the woman Angelo had been going out with didn't know he was married. She was told by Angelo's mother that Angelo was in no relationship and that he had no children. Her parents found out about the situation and were furious, deciding to make both Angelo and her mother pay an alimony. Owing to all of this, the total amount of money the 2 had to pay exceeded $100,000, and they were forced to get the money by both selling their house and by borrowing huge loans. By the way, it seemed that everyone at the office Angelo was working at found out about how he cheated on me. He couldn't stand all the rumors and quit, it seems. Now the 2 of them live in a warehouse owned by a relative, and work part-time jobs day and night to pay off the massive debt they have.
Hi, Brittany. Are you coming to work today? Your shift started an hour ago. Did you plan on not showing up without notice again? What are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about. This isn't the first time. If you need to take a day off, just let me know in advance. If you just don't show up, then it causes trouble for the other employees. We are a team and everyone needs to do their part. Please start letting me know in advance so that I can find someone to cover your shift. If you can't come in today, then I will have to work a double shift. Oh, sorry. My dad died today. I couldn't find the time to call you because I was so busy. What? But Brittany, you said your dad died last month. I think you used this excuse multiple times now, actually. No, the last couple of times it was my grandparents that passed away. And you're wrong. It was my mom who passed away the most recent time I missed work. If that's really what happened, then I'm really sorry. Do you have any family left? Will you be okay? Yes, I'm fine. I have a very big and complicated family. It can get annoying sometimes. Anyway, I was hoping you could cover for me today. We pretty much do the same thing, so you can just do it, right? We do work at the same time, but I'm a manager, so what I have to do is different. I have my own work to do. If you don't show up, then I have to work 2 jobs at the same time. It's tough. That's why it is important to let me know ahead of time so that I can find someone to cover your shift. It just causes trouble if someone is a no-call, no-show. And I'm sorry, Brittany, but you no-call, no-show quite a lot. You're so annoying. I mean, can't you just make your kids volunteer and do my work if I don't show up? What do you mean? You've mentioned you have kids to me before. Just have them help you. Ugh, such a simple solution. You are such an annoying old lady. This in no way has anything to do with my kids. Why should they have to do your job? That just doesn't make any sense. This conversation does not concern them. This is about you not showing up to work. Ugh, you're being so bossy. You are butting into my personal life way too much over me not coming to work. It's getting annoying. You have no right to nitpick over every little thing I do. I am not trying to nitpick or boss you around. All I need you to do is text or call me a little ahead of time if you can't come into your shift. It causes issues for your coworkers as well. We all work as a team. Can you please try to understand? You are seriously so annoying. Are you stupid or something? The only stupid thing here is your excuse to not come to work. I just got sick and can't come in. Since I'm sick, I really can't go because it will put my coworkers at risk. I am also dealing with a lot of other stuff right now. Oh, really? So now you want to be sick. What about your dad that just passed away? Just forget about that. Do whatever you want. I'm not showing up to work today no matter what. Oh, I almost forgot. Can you tell your son to be more careful when he drives? Why? What do you mean? Why are you talking about my son again? Brittany! Hi, thanks for coming in today. You really saved me. Brittany tends to not come to work a lot these days, so I appreciate your help. Yeah, no problem. My kids are at a friend's house today, so I had some time to spare. Don't worry about it. Brittany has been causing a lot of trouble lately, huh? Not only are you a manager, but also a mom of 2 kids. I don't get how you do it. I can only work part-time these days. Yeah, but I'm pretty content with my work and life at home. My husband helps make it all work. The only thing that's causing trouble is Brittany not showing up to work. Should I write her up? She has a poor attitude at work and in general. Plus, she has a lot of no-call, no-shows. When I confront her, she just makes up poor excuses. But at the same time, I feel bad. She's only 17 and still has a lot to learn. Back when I worked as a manager, I had to write someone up before. Nothing much happens unless you write them up a certain number of times. It might just make Brittany lash out at you. If she gets any worse, I just fire her. But for now, let's just wait it out a little and try talking to her about it more. I see. I guess I'll try to be patient with her. Also, I think there was some sort of misunderstanding between us as well. Like what? We were having our usual conversation about her not showing up to work. Then she brings up Austin and tells me that he needs to be more careful when driving. That's kind of silly. Why would she mention your son? What else did she say? After that, she just stopped replying to me. I wonder what the heck she meant by that. There was probably some sort of miscommunication. But it's really strange that she said something like that. Yeah, maybe she meant to send that text to someone else. Who knows? I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. Yeah, you're right. Jeez, dealing with Brittany must be tough. Well, if you ever need me to take on another shift again, just let me know. Thank you. At least she is the only thing I have to worry about. Other managers probably deal with a lot more. I'll see you at work tomorrow. Kayla! There's a huge problem. What's wrong? Money is missing from the register. What? How much? All of it! I was just doing my usual sales checkup, and when I opened the register, it was empty. What do we do? Should I call the police? Hold on. I'm on my way to the shop right now. When I get there, we can look at everything together. Try not to panic. I'll be there soon. What if I become a suspect? I don't want this in my record. I was the only one at work today to prepare the shop for tomorrow. It will be okay. You didn't do anything wrong and just noticed. You also contacted me right away. You won't be in trouble at all, so please don't worry. We will figure out who did this soon. Really? I'll be okay? Yes. I also have an idea who might have done this. I'm not coming in today. What? Again? You have been taking off way too much time lately. I have also told you many times already that you need to tell me this ahead of time. Your shift already started 10 minutes ago. At least let me know a couple of hours in advance. It is really starting to cause issues. As a team, everyone needs to be at work in order for things to go smoothly. But this time, it's your fault. What do you mean? Your son has been drinking and driving. He hit my car and now I'm in the hospital. You are paying for all the damage done to me and my car. What the heck are you talking about? Is this some kind of joke? This is not something to laugh about. Are you crazy? It's because you let your son do whatever he wants and you don't keep a close eye on that delinquent. Why don't you ask him yourself? Reality is going to hit you hard. Are you okay with him being like this? Like what? Going to jail for drinking and driving. Are you worried about his future? This will be on his record forever. What are you going to do about all this? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say here. What do you expect me to do? If you don't want me to get the police involved, I expect you to pay me $100,000. $100,000? That's way too much. You think I have that kind of money just lying around? Just pay me the money and your son is off the hook. I need that money for the hospital bill and my car. You'll do it, right? You do love your son, right? Of course I love my son. Yeah, but just out of curiosity, what makes you think my son did this? I saw his face when he drove into me. I am confident that it was your son. I see. Why are you so confident he was drunk? No sober person would drive like such a maniac. Plus, his eyes were beet red. He was either drunk or high. Neither one bodes well for him if I call the police. Wait a second. So even though you were in a big car accident, you didn't call the police? Since he was your son and you're my fellow co-worker, I figured that I'd give you an offer first. It's better than settling it all in court, isn't it? It was also a hit and run, so it's a huge crime. Did you also happen to come into the shop yesterday? What? You didn't touch the cash register, did you? Oh, yeah. The money in the register is technically all mine, so I took it. You've got to be kidding me. What do you mean by it was technically all yours? Because you owe me a lot of money for the accident, remember? You are being so ridiculous that I can't stop laughing right now. The money you took from the register belongs to the shop. It's not my money. It doesn't matter. I knew you would have trouble paying me the money, so I just gave you a head start. I was only trying to be nice and make things easier for you. You are responsible for everything now. Why should this be my responsibility? You're the one who stole the money from the shop. Anyway, where and when did this accident happen? Yesterday. That's why I'm in the hospital. I see. You must be in a lot of pain. Are you able to move around at all? No, of course I can't. I'm bedridden, so I won't be able to come to work for a while. Since this accident has caused me to be bedridden, you have to pay me that money. Otherwise, your son will suffer the consequences. So if that's the case, then how did you take the money out of the register? You are bedridden, so how is that possible? If you were that injured and have been in the hospital ever since, then how did you take the money? It doesn't matter how I got the money. Of course it doesn't. Then what did my son say about this? Have you talked to him about this? What kind of car hit you? I haven't talked to him. I wanted to give you my special offer. And it was a red car. I remember overhearing you talk to Sophia about how you just bought your son a red car. Anyway, you have the money, right? Hurry up and send it to me. Brittany, you are such a bad liar. I just can't stop laughing. You really think I'm lying? I can't believe this. You are going to regret it. You'll see. Because of your son, I am in a lot of pain and my car is totaled. He will be in jail for drinking and driving and fleeing the scene. We will see who's laughing when you're looking at your son's face through the bars of the jail. Last chance to send me the $100,000. So his mini red toy car he rides around the house in really totaled your car? Sorry, this is just too funny. To think that his little car also caused you to be bedridden and hospitalized. What? Brittany, my son is 2 years old. How in the world could he be drinking and driving? Wait a minute. What do you mean? He's 2? Yes, he is. That's why I've been laughing at everything you've been saying this whole time. The only car he drives is the mini red car I bought him a couple of weeks ago. I was at home last night pushing him around in it. I also took him to daycare this morning. So are you sure what you're telling me is all true? So, he really is 2 years old? I just don't understand. I heard you talking to Sophia about how you bought your son a red car and that he's growing up so fast. Maybe I misheard and it was Sophia's son that hit me then. I probably just got confused. Sophia's son just started middle school, so that's not possible. A 6th grader would not be drinking and driving. If it will help you come to your senses, I can show you a picture of my son's car. Although it wouldn't do much. Talking with my son is also no good. He's in the terrible 2 stage and would just deny everything. It looks like you're on your own. I think your story needs a little bit of work. So, your son really can't drive and is 2 years old? Then you must have another older son. Nope. I only have a 2-year-old son and a 3-year-old daughter. Sorry to disappoint you. Then why did you play along this whole time? You knew right away, didn't you? How can you be such a mean old woman? I thought your story was so funny and couldn't help myself. You were getting so into your own lie and it was just making me laugh so hard. Just thinking about my son driving his little toy car and crashing into you is so stupid and funny. Your story made my day. Are you making fun of me? The way you're treating me right now is unacceptable. Don't you dare look down on me. So, what do you plan on doing? What do you mean? You threatened me and stole money from the shop. You committed a crime and have to be punished for it. What you did was not okay, and you need to realize that. What? Why? I know you're young, so you might not understand. But you are still an adult, so you have to learn your lesson. You lied about your accident and threatened my son. Then you stole money from the register. I will have to report you to the police. There's really no other way for you to learn. It was a prank. What? It was a prank. I was only joking about taking the money. Why? Did someone actually steal money from the register? Don't you think Sophia has been kind of suspicious lately? I know you two have been friends for a long time, but she's always been obsessed with money. She even told me about her obsession. You need to learn that lying is not okay. I already know that you took the money. Don't bring Sophia into this. Sophia is a close friend and co-worker of mine. I know her well, and she has no issues with money. She also wouldn't do something this stupid. Jeez, you're so harsh. But I was just kidding. I already told you that it was all a prank. You do know that the shop has security cameras everywhere, right? I can clearly see you stealing the money in the footage we have. I have a copy of the recording and will be showing it to the police as evidence. What? I didn't know we had security cameras. Please don't show them. My mom is going to be so mad at me. Too bad. Knowing you, you probably already spent all the money. I am aware that you have a problem with buying new clothes all the time. Your mom mentioned it to me when she came into our shop once. That's why she was glad I hired you. She was happy you could finally earn your own money and work for what you want. I can't believe she told you that. But anyway, I'm really sorry. Can we not get the police involved? Can you just not tell anyone about this? I won't do something like this again, I promise. Aren't we friends and fellow co-workers too? What are you saying? We are not friends, and I am nothing more than your manager. You threatened me by using my son, and you stole money. Just cut it out already. But I apologized. Can you please forgive me? Save your apologies and excuses for the police. I don't think they'll be as entertained by your blatant lies, though. This is not a game. You did this to yourself and chose to commit these crimes. No matter how you look at it, you will have to suffer the consequences. You are also fired. Consider this a life lesson. No! But why? I have no choice. I was too lenient with you because you're young. You have to learn your lesson eventually. That's just how things work. From now on, you should be more careful about the things you say and do. You will be speaking to the police soon, so please prepare yourself. No, just wait. Aren't you my manager? Please help me. I'm part of your team, remember? Not anymore. I told you, you're fired. Also, did you forget that you always call me an annoying old lady? I hope you rot in jail, you lying criminal. Brittany was later arrested for stealing and fraud. She was sentenced to 3 years of probation. If Brittany shows good behavior and finishes all of her community service, she might be able to get it expunged from her record. Brittany's mother had the option to bail her out of jail, but decided that her daughter is an adult and needs to learn her lesson. Unfortunately, the probation will make it harder for her to get a job in the near future. It will probably affect her college admissions as well. I still find Brittany's story hilarious, and it will forever be a story to tell family and friends. My son is just 2 after all. How could he possibly drink and drive? If you are going to call out of work or need to take time off, you should at least have a believable story.